Dear students, in last class we were discussing about magnetic effects of electric current, where we discussed about moving galvanometer and how the galvanometer can be converted to voltmeter, how a galvanometer can be converted to ammeter, how an ammeter is connected in a circuit, how a galvanometer voltmeter is also connected in a circuit. I have already told you that from this chapter you will get long questions, short questions, and as you know, in physics numericals will be there. All out of 70 marks, as I have already discussed with you, 49 marks will be short questions, 21 marks will be long question. Out of those 49 marks, mostly there will be in 1 mark also, the council also put some problem there. So you have to solve problems, and in the last class also we discussed some problems. Today we shall discuss some problems on this, and at the same time, after discussing the problems, we will go to dual nature of radiation. So let us see a problem from galvanometer, voltmeter. Suppose there is a galvanometer, question is like this. A galvanometer of 20 ohm resistance or 25 ohm resistance of 25 ohm resistance can safely carry a current of 1 milliampere, a current of 1 milliampere. Calculate the resistance to be added, the resistance to be added if the instrument is to be used as a voltmeter of 0 to 5 volts. This is the question. This type of question will carry 3 marks in examination. So here you can see, first of all, as I have already discussed with you, when you are solving a problem, first see which formula will be applied, then put the formula and then make proper substitution. Proper substitution means all the data must be in the same system of unit and calculate. Here we will convert a galvanometer to a voltmeter. As you know, the formula is like this: V is equal to Ig R plus G. Ig is the maximum current the galvanometer can measure, R is the resistance to be added, G is the galvanometer resistance. In this case, what is given? They have given how much voltage is to be measured, that is 5 volts. What is the maximum current the galvanometer can carry, that is 1 milliampere, and resistance will be 25 ohms. So what is required? The required is how much resistance is to be added. So put the values. V is equal to what? 5. Ig, galvanometer current, it is given in 1 milliampere. When it is given in 1 milliampere, you convert it to ampere. That is 1 milliampere is 10 to the minus 3. R plus G, G is equal to how much? 25 ohms. So this is a very simple problem. So this is equal to how much? R plus 25 is equal to 5 by 10 to the minus 3, that is 5000. So what is R? R is equal to 5000 minus 25, that is equal to how much? 4975 ohms. So this is, so ultimate answer is a resistance of 4975 ohms is to be connected in series. That is important. So a resistance of 4975 ohms is to be connected in series. That is important, connected in series. So this is a type of question which comes from type of galvanometer. Similarly, we can also discuss problems. This is one problem. I am giving you another important problem. Calculate the magnetic flux density. Calculate the magnetic flux density. The magnetic flux density calculate the magnetic flux density at O. Calculate the magnetic flux density at O due to the conductor as shown below. Due to the conductor as shown below. Below there is a conductor which is carrying current. You find out how much. Calculate the magnetic flux density at O due to the conductor as shown below. The conductor is like this. One ampere, this radius is 2 centimeters given. Suppose this problem comes in examination. This problem will carry 3 marks. Why I am giving stress on the problems? Because simply reading theory, you cannot secure high marks in physics. You have to secure high marks in physics, you have to solve problems, that is very important. So you must understand the problem. In this case, a very simple problem. Look at this. Calculate the magnetic flux density at O due to the conductor as shown below. There is a conductor which consists of 3 parts. First part, second part, third part. A current is given, current is 1 ampere. This part radius is 2 centimeter. As you know that a conductor carrying current behaves like a magnet. So it has got magnetic flux density, and in the question they have asked you to find out magnetic flux density at O. So how to calculate? This conductor consists of how many parts? First part, a straight conductor. Third part, a straight conductor, and this is a semicircle. This conductor is a semicircle. So O lies along the first conductor, second conductor. So flux density, as you know, flux density on the axis along the line of the straight conductor is 0. So this is your first part, this is your second part, this is the third part. So flux density to first part, flux density to second part, flux density to third part. Then what is the flux density at O? Flux density due to first part, due to first part is equal to 0. Because it lies along the conductor. Similarly, flux density due to third part is also 0 because it also lies on the axial line. Only the flux density to second part. Flux density due to second part. How to find out the flux density to second part? This is a semicircle. You know what is flux density at the center of a circular current, mu 0 I by 2a. This will be half of that. So this will be mu 0 I by what? 4a. Mu 0 I by 4a. Flux density mu 0 I by 4a. So this is there. So total flux density at O is equal to mu 0 I by 4a. This one. Then you put the values. What is the value of mu 0? 4, 5, 10 to the minus 7. As you know, I is given to you 1 ampere. 4. The radius is given to you 2 centimeter. You have to convert it to meter. 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. So this becomes what? 4 cancels. Pi by 2 into 10 to the minus 5. 10 to the minus 5. Unit is very important. You must mention the unit. Unity Tesla. That is very important. Unity Tesla. If you don't mention the unit, then marks will be deducted. If the 3 marks will be there, half mark will be deducted. 2 marks will be there, 0.5 will be deducted. 1 mark is there, 0.5 will be deducted. If you don't mention the unit, that is very important. So this is how you can solve the problem. Similarly, let us discuss another question. Similar type of question. Calculate the magnetic field at O in the system given below. Calculate the magnetic field. Calculate the magnetic field at O. Calculate the magnetic field at O in the system given below. In the system given below. Magnetic flux density at O in the system given below. What is the system? The system is like this. The system is like this. The system is like this. Here is the point O. This is R1. This is R2. Here current is flowing through the conductor. You see, the current is flowing through the conductor. Calculate the magnetic flux density, and the current is I. I is the current. Look at the diagram first. Before you solve the problem, you must first read the question carefully and then try to solve. What is asked? He has given you a system of conductors and asked to find out the magnetic flux density at the center at O. How do this system consists of 4 conductors. What are the 4 conductors? This is first part, this is second part, this is third part, this is fourth part. Current is I. First part, second part, third part and fourth part. Flux density at O, flux density due to first part, flux density due to second part, flux density due to third part, flux density due to fourth part. What is that? Flux density due to first part. You see, the O lies along the axis of the first part. So flux density at O due to first part is 0. Flux density at O due to the first part is 0. Now come to the second part. The second part is a semicircle. So what is the flux density? Flux density at O due to the second part. Due to the second part. Flux density at O due to the second part. How much? Flux density at the center of a circular coil is mu 0 I by 2A. So here it will be what? Mu 0 I by what? 4R2. Because it is a semicircle, it will be 4R2. Flux density at O due to the third part. Look at the third part. Third part is also a straight conductor. The point O lies along the straight conductor. So flux density is also 0. Now remaining what? Flux density due to fourth part. Flux density due to fourth part. Due to fourth part. Fourth part is also a circular semicircle. So and radius R1. So flux density will be how much? Mu 0 I by 4R1. 4R1. 4R2, 4R1. So what will be total flux density? Total flux density at O is equal to mu 0 I by 4 will be mu 0 I by 4 R1 plus mu 0 I by 4 R2. So this is equal to what? Mu 0 I common 1 by 4, 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. This is how the problem is solved. The values of R1 and R2 is given and current is given. You can calculate the flux density. Put in the value of phi, put in the value of R1, put in the value of R2 and value of U0 you have to remember. That is 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7. So this is a type of question. Another type of question may also come in the examination, that the concept of that angle will be there while applying the Biot-Savart law. The question is like this: the wire shown below, in the figure, the wire shown below in the figure carries a current of 60 amperes, carries a current of 60 amperes. This wire carries a current of 60 amperes. Determine the magnitude of magnetic field. Determine the magnitude of magnetic field, determine the magnitude of magnetic field at C. The diagram is like this. This angle is 90 degree. They have given this angle is 90 degree. This point is C. So how to calculate this? This one. Radius is how much? Radius is 0.02 meter. Radius is equal to 0.02 meter. It is given. What is the current? The value of current is also given. Current is 60 amperes and radius is 0.02 meters. So how can we calculate this? You know magnetic flux density at the center of a circular coil. Already you know the magnetic flux density at the center of a circular coil. Suppose this is a circular coil. You know the magnetic flux at the center. Means what is the total angle? The total angle is 360 degree. So here this conductor is here. The total angle is how much? Here 90 degree is there. So remaining angle is how much? 360 minus 90. How much? 270 degree. So you have to calculate how much is the magnetic field for 270 degree. For 360 degree, what is the magnetic field? Mu is I by 2A. So for 270 degree, what will be the magnetic field? The magnetic flux density is how much? Magnetic flux density is equal to B, that is equal to mu 0 I by how much? By 2A for 360 degrees. So this will be 270 degree by 360 degree. So this is a simple question, and in the examination you may be in different angle. For 360 degree this is the angle, for 270 degree how much will be the angle, that you can calculate. How to do that? mu is I by 2, put the values. Mu 0 is value of mu 0 is 4 pi 10 to the power minus 7. What is the value of phi? I is given 60 2 2a 2 into 0.02 into 270 by 360. 270 by 360. So you can calculate now 4 pi 10 to the minus 7, current is 60, all the unit you can calculate. After calculation this will be how much? The unit is very important, unit is Tesla. In the examination, if you don't get time to calculate this, you can leave like this, but mention the unit, that is important. If you leave like this and mention the unit Tesla, you will get full credit, full marks will be given. So these are some typical questions or typical numericals from magnetic effects of electric current. You may be asked in the examination, short questions, 1 mark question, 2 mark question, 3 mark question, at the same time long questions also from this chapter. And this chapter is a very important chapter. Remember this. So far as the long questions are concerned, application of Bard-Savart law and application, moving coil galvanometer, its theory, construction, working, etc. And there are pretty number of short questions from this unit and also numericals. Not only important for your post examination, but at the same time this chapter is very important so far as different entrance examinations are concerned. So try to read this chapter very carefully, it is very important.